Okay, so I'm back again. So, still talking about the uh, leverage. We've been talking about leverage. That has been the language that we've been talking about for some couple of episodes right now. So, today we are still going to be leveraging. We're still going to be talking about leverage, and however, today we'll be narrowing the focus to how do you leverage your income, the money you are currently making right now. How do you leverage your income to make more money? Okay, this is going to be this video is going to be an interesting and short one. I'll make it to be as short and as straightforward as possible. So my name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni. So I'm your real estate and wealth creation coach. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and promote what we are doing. Right. So, how do you do this? How do we get this done? Right. You need to constantly leverage your income and live on the grandchild of your income. There's a saying that whatever you are making right now, you are supposed to be living on the grandchild of whatever income you are making right now. What it means that whatever income you are making right now is supposed to serve as the income. You are supposed to send it on an era, and whatever income that you have made after sending it on an era, you're supposed to live on that income that you have sent on an era. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so basically, let's look at it in this way and manner. Uh, when you make 100,000 naira, for instance, part of that money is supposed to help you to make another money in such a way that it does not affect what you are currently doing. So let me explain it in this way and manner. A lot of people have talked about multiple streams of income, multiple streams of income. I know that quite a number of us have had it, and you have probably explored it. And I've shared it in this manner before that you are how will I put it? You are an individual. You are just a one person running probably a one man show, and let's say you are a teacher, you have a shop, you do Uber, you also do private lessons. So you do four things. That looks like multiple streams of income. However, all these four things requires you to be there, to be actively there, to be actively involved, to be actively present, and that is not a good one at all in any way. In fact, you are most likely going to be miserable. You are going to be miserable. So what I will encourage you to do is that you should look for business that does not require you to be actively involved. For instance, you teach, probably you close by 2 o'clock, you open your shop. The same you that open shop, you still need to go and do private class. You shut down the shop because it requires, or okay, somebody will say, okay, I'll get somebody there, right? But in a way, it still needs you, right? In a way, it still needs you to be there actively. So while you are going to where you are doing private class, you are doing Uber shortly, and you are doing Uber shortly, you get to the private class, it still requires you to be actively involved. So you need to find a way to keep making money while you are not actively involved. So that is very, very important. That's the way you have to build community around each of the business that you do. You have to build systems and structure around each of the business that you do that will help you to scale higher. That is very, 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 very important. So we need to pay attention to that. So how do I build systems and structure around the things that I do so that I can be actively involved? Okay, so that's the way that works. So how do I now do this? How do I allow the money that I am making right now, or how do I make the money that I'm making right now to continually work for me? So we are looking at what is called passive income. Passive income is basically the income that you are making that is not um, that it does not involve your active time. Because see, we are all limited human beings, right? What you have is no more than 24 hours. So that 24 hours, you need to find a way to judiciously utilize it. And that is very, very, very important. You need to find a way to judiciously utilize that your 24 hours. If you don't find a way to judiciously utilize that your 24 hours, you are going to realize that that 24 hours that looks like it's much is not even much. And at the end of the day, it's probably going to even be, how will I put it? You are going to even find it difficult, all right? You're going to find it difficult for you to utilize it. You just realize that 24 hours go by and without you achieving something meaningful, right? So passive income is what gives you the desired freedom that you really need, right? So if you have a job, one job should be giving you active income, right? And at different stages you are in life too, um, there are some sacrifices that you really need to make. So let me, because I want to make this video short, let me just go into some of the points I have. So your active income should be giving birth to more income so that you can have streams of income, not streams of labor that is giving you money. Streams of income. That's very important. So number one thing you need to do is to always work with a budget. Always work with a budget, because financial intelligence, financial planning supersede everything that you do. Always work with a budget. That's number one. Number two is that you lower your expenses. At this stage, if especially if you have not started this journey before, so some of us have probably started this journey before, it might be easier for you to just click it at any of these points that I'm sharing right now. Okay, lower your expenses to the barest minimum. At this stage, you cannot just be pleasing people. You find a way to just lower your expenses to the barest minimum and focus your energy on what really matters per time. Okay, that's very important. So lower your expenses. So increase your income. The number three is actually increase your income. This time you have to always, because at this very point in time, the objective is to stack up more income. Okay, the more you learn, the more you earn. That should be your goal. How can I increase my income? This time around, how can I increase my income? And increasing your income and stay actively involved in one is very important. Let me give a for example. Now I use the teacher as an example. Okay, so multiple labors is permitted when you are just starting out. So you can give yourself that, okay, this 1 year I want to raise ₦1 million. So you can do jama in a lot of ways, in a lot of things, and raise that ₦1 million. So that ₦1 million can now be the active while you are still maintaining your career growth, as a teacher right now. So you can still maintain your career growth as a teacher where you are still, you've been able to do other things to raise that ₦1 million. So that ₦1 million is the seed capital that you want to now use to keep producing other income and still have your active income also giving back to more income. So please, this is very important. I'm not trying to model it up for you, but it's very important that you pay attention to this. So increase your income by getting involved in a lot of things and creatively look for things that you can do. For instance, now you can decide to, on the long term, your YouTube channel, pay attention to them and all of those things. So do everything, create courses, sell things online. These are things that are more or less like one-time effort. You don't need to constantly be involved to be able to make those money for you. So just look at the digital world, something that can keep giving you money, and that is very important. So it's more or less like I've done it one time and keep repeating. You keep making money from it. That's very important and pertinent. Okay. Next is what? Stay away from debt as much as possible at this level. Stay away from debt, because at this level we are assuming that you don't have any asset, and for you to really go into debt, I mean, I can't really go into the details of how you can go into debt successfully right now, but for you to really go into debt, you need to be talking about what asset you want to use that leverage that debt on. Okay, but we are not going into that right now. So then cash flow asset is what you should invest in, because this money that you want to be making now, right now, you need to put it somewhere. So it is only something that must be giving you cash flow. Remember, take for instance, if you put down ₦1 million somewhere, and even if it's 5% monthly that stuff is giving you, or even 1% monthly, 1% monthly is like ₦10,000. Automatically, that 10,000, because you have lowered your debt, you have lowered your expenses, you have done a whole lot of stuff. So it's supposed to be what? Taking care of something as part of your expenses. Right, what it means that if, for instance, you are making ₦100,000 and in 1 year you're able to stack up ₦1 million, and that ₦1 million is giving you ₦10,000 income monthly, and your salary still remains at 100,000, so automatically you have creatively increased your salary to ₦110,000, right? So the fact that you have now done that, then you can repeat the process. So out of this ₦110,000, how much am I going to be saving so that I can stack up another ₦1 million or look for another opportunity that will probably be giving me 2% monthly, 5% monthly, and all of that. That is how you compound your wealth. That is how you compound your wealth. Okay. Then after doing that, invest in yourself. Because the more money you make, you see, the wisdom you have when you were making 100,000 naira monthly is not the same wisdom that is required while you are making ₦1 million monthly, ₦2 million monthly. When you are investing, the wisdom you have when you are investing 100,000 naira monthly is not the same wisdom required while you are investing 1 million naira monthly. So you need to invest in yourself, grow from unconscious competence when it comes to financial planning, money, wealth, and all of those things to a competent person. You need to understand. So nobody would come and start creating agenda for the money you have stacked up. Please, this is very, very important. And second to the last, then draw a roadmap for your future. Draw a roadmap for your future. Have a financial plan. 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. You can have a 10 years financial plan, then break them down into a yearly program and break them down into a monthly program. Very, very important. So that you have something, when you think long term, it gives perspective to whatever resources that you have with you right now. Then number 7 is that develop a business and offer value. If you are able to do all of this, there's no way your initial income will be given back to more and more and more income. I mean, what I just shared with you is just practical. You can't see it in this sequence in any book. I shared practical things that some of us have used and has worked and we have passed down to others to use. Okay, so my name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni. So do like, share, and do subscribe. Okay, have a great one.